die shall El Shaddai that die shall die.
They shall die.
Amen.
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 I got the advice from a madman.
So that's why for the bad part.
Hey.
You will leave me alone. So that's why for the bad part.
All the way good. If they happen, if they
Wait,
play.
so we need to replay that their national anthem again. That no, that their pledge.
I
That
beg,
their pledge.
as you go, but I play from the beginning. I just the play up now. Make my kind of sleep. I beg. Play from the beginning. I just now.
The pledge don't come again.
I pledge.
I pledge to Nigeria, your country, the leader of corruption, the father of INEC, the mother of Jagaban, the maker of beavers, the mentor of reading, the sister to pulling unit, and
The grandfather of Mahmoud.
that which die El Shaddai that die shall die.
They shall die.
Amen. Amen.
I got the advice from a madman.
Hi. My Lord. We don't have to give it to them. To them, found, you know.
Ọ dị egwu. Ihe na-eme ihe na-eme ọ na-emekwa yes ọ na-eme a na-emekwarị a na-emenụ a na-eme
Authentic.
Hey,
I agree.
ọ dị egwu. Okay, make we waka find okay.
Adeloya. Ogasa. Adeloya.
Bam, we cite you.
I agree to now. Nothing do us.
They will nothing do you. Mas Hugo, I beg no vex. Play this national pledge again of obedience.
Sorry, I don't say that because
I pledge.
I pledge to Nigeria, your country, the leader of corruption, the father of INEC, the mother of Jagaban, the maker of beavers, the mentor of reading, the sister to pulling unit, and
The grandfather of Mahmoud.
that which die El Shaddai that die shall die.
They shall die.
Amen. Amen.
I got the advice from a madman.
Because that's what from a bad man. Chai. Your Lord here this morning.
Oh, set to go. You see the interpretation of the advice he got from a madman. This is what is now displaying today. Oh my God. Mas Hugo, continue, please.
I'm introducing to you Alhaji Mutum Obi. Okay.
Kai Maizu Ugo, what is this person I did sit down for here? Who I be this?
I be Peter Obi.
Kai Shege Jaguar. Peter Obi I this?
It is one you know be for Peter Obi. This one Alawaji Goro. Alawaji Goro.
My friend, wait, my friend. Put me for one guru for him. Put me for one guru for everybody where I they watch me for here.
Oh, Goro I there for in Bogate. For LP. LP I there for Goro I there for pocket for LP. I wear LP, he go see am for Goro for anti plenty Goro. He buru here, he Goro.
You know, for this man, for body is evil. For Kwarata is for Medubi.
Oh, This I
But
no
if
be
you
am
put
for
am
Igbo. This
for
one I no be am for Anyamene.
no
This one na Abo.
for body I say I am for evil. But in this one for so in mama come from Meduguri, in papa come from Kafantan. So
Ah,
everything for this man is a fake. Everything for this man I fake. For what I do, I fake. For what I talk, I fake. This man, everything that happened to him, this man I no agree for land for anything at all. This is very, very bad of him.
because I
No
fine
problem.
like this, you call am Igbo man. He no be Igbo man. I no be Igbo man. Because I fine like this, I think me I be Igbo man. I no be Igbo man. I be Aboki. Aboki Kworo. Biafrans. Sometimes we go laugh na make we no die for hard work and anger. Make we dey laugh sometimes. You understand? Sometimes we go laugh. Okay, this evening, as una know, Sunday na you go start this program because na
And
you
now
get.
make I say, make you no keep the national anthem very far because we gonna use them. They put sugar for this broadcast and
You
the
know,
and the and the pledge.
I don't know where you dey
The
again.
national anthem and the pledge. We gonna use them. They put sugar and maggi inside this broadcast as we dey go small
Wait,
small.
mega plan.
So, dear friends, we greet you now. We don't come today, and why we come today, we say, and the reason why we want to use this topic, we say, since they started Ramadan on the 22 of May, sorry, March, 22 of March, they started Ramadan. It was on a Wednesday, 22 of March. And they did the Ramadan till today. And the Ramadan is going to end tomorrow, will be April 21. April 21. So if you check out, it's approximately like a month and 1 day, if we are not mistaken. You know, so we know too go school, oh. So we know too good for calculation. We know be mathematicians. Make now bear with us. From 22 of March to 21 of April. So wetin go happen now be say we want make una use una number 6 ask small questions. When the Ramadan started, what was going on? What kind of language was or message was passed through the Ramadan? Because it is inside this Ramadan time that we see series of terrorist attacks everywhere that we did not even expect. So ordinarily, me and Ugo now, or me and Gaddafi, or me and Battle Cry, or me and Obi, or me and Bam Bam Bam, we go just the reason I'm saying time of Ramadan, na time of peace and tranquility, and time of putting everybody together, trying to live as one, forgive person will offend you or not. The way thing we see is we say the height of attack and massacre that was carried out during this time of Ramadan is more than what happens on normal time. Now I make we dey ask this question, they say, why we can't use Obi now? Be say, now Obi, now in they write the congratulation message, if they wear the clothes, they show say now him be the main person wey do the Ramadan. Then they come they enlist all the properties of waiting the Ramadan suppose carry come give person. If you scroll the thing down, you go see say Obi they tell you say that this Ramadan time na time where we no suppose see identity theft, we no suppose see impersonation, we no suppose see fighting. Say wetin we suppose see na progress, na fairness, na safe society, and na unity, na one Nigeria to become one, and na to see development and to see political integration, to see that everybody from different ethnicities are in one Nigeria in accord. That is the meaning and the reason of the Ramadan. But we are putting it to you all to understand that Obi is a boy and is a fool and has brain tumor. Because if Obi is not any of those names that we have given him, inside the time of the Ramadan, Obi would have been the best person to count the losses of people that have been massacred by the same people that are doing the Ramadan, which he is so bold and confident to come and wear the uniform and then sit down to show solidarity with them. Now, it make we come now, they ask Obi, say, Obi, what has been the outcome of the Ramadan? The one we go shock on a pass now, the one where Garuba Adamu post, they tell Obi, say, Obi, you know, be one Nigeria, you be Biafran, go and join your Biafran people. Go and join your Biafran government in exile.
Yes.
Go and do Biafra so that you can get Biafra. Obi no 1 year. Obi see they tell Garuba Adamu, say, waiting the talk, no enter. So waiting in be Nigeria, and he won't be Nigeria. He won't work for Nigeria. Make Nigeria become Nigeria. Make a new Nigeria come. So we they ask only one simple question. Obi, what has been the outcome of the Ramadan? Masuku, I don't leave the mic for you.
Okay.
I talk something, I beg.
Okay, tell us. What will be the outcome?
The outcome be say the guy swear with Quran, say make he tell Obi as far as his zoo presidency is concerned that he will never get it. In fact, no, he said as far as the zoo presidency position is concerned, not will never allow him to smell the seat. That means what this guy is saying is that for anybody to be a president, it must be in support of the North, or the person must be maybe like a Jagaba of Muslim extraction before he can be this president. That, you know, for Jonathan to be a president, it was just a coincidence, or it was just by chance. So for Obi to be president of Damnable Zoological Republic, that North will not allow him because he has insulted the North. But I have one video, old video, where Sanusi was insulting the North. Said, you people, that why is it that when it comes to poverty, it was the North that are the most poorer, and they introduced Sharia, you know, in the North or in the Muslim faith, yet poverty is rubbishing them. So what is the meaning of Sharia? Sharia doesn't mean that when you practice Sharia that you will become poor. So Sanusi just break everything. He denied very well, you know, on top of the North, and nobody go against him to attack him. Can we say 1/4 of that the content of that speech? Every Northerner will come against him. I think I've sent it in a platform that you can even play it. That make me cry. I was asking myself, so they let him go away with what he has just said because he's a Fulani, he's from North. So it's only Fulani that can say the main truth against the North and get away with it. But if another person say it, that person will not get scot-free. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. I think we can listen to it now.
In our priorities, and we have to be very honest with ourselves. I'm an economist, and I always talk economics, and we look at the numbers, and we look at poverty. If you look at all the poverty indices in the world today, you find that in southwest Nigeria, the incidence of poverty is 20%. In the northwest, it is 80%. The northeast, it's 80%. Why is it that the poorest parts of this country are the Muslim parts?
Wow.
Why is it that in a state that started Sharia in 1999, and we just heard the opening verses today, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. This is the very first verse revealed in the Quran. How come that the state that started Sharia is not the one that is the most educated state? In fact, how come that in that state in 2017, only 24 children got 5 credits in secondary school. How do we define Sharia? How do we define Islam? Illiteracy? Malnutrition? Children on the streets? We have to ask ourselves. And we can't ask those questions until we begin to understand through usul that you have to live in this world well in order to serve Allah for the hereafter. For Islam to prosper, we need educated Muslims. We need Muslims that are not begging. We need Muslims who are standing on their feet. Believe me, if poverty continues in the north, Islam will disappear from the north. The Prophet said, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kufri wal-faqri.
Thank you for that very video. It's quite inspiring and educating. There is something that Sanusi did not include when he said, what does the North have? Is it poverty? Is it malnutrition? He forgot to add, is it terrorism? Is it the arms that they use to cut people's head off? Is it the takeover conquest? Why is it that when they want to paint themselves, they take out some things and then they put the one that will suit them? Some imams have had the courage to open their mouth in the mosque and then teach their students that their aim and objective of fighting for the Fulanization agenda is all about the conquest. And they made them to understand that when they conquer, they have to sell the body part of people. The ones that they conquer, they massacre. The place that they conquer, they have to share the proceeds. Why is Sanusi not including all those other parts? This is the same Sanusi that was the lead gang that beheaded Gideon Agaluka in prison. This is the same Sanusi that wrote to us after the election and told us, I told you people that after the elections and before the elections, you will come to terms and understanding that the North are not your problem to the Biafran people, because they were able to instigate the ethnic war. They wanted to instigate the hatred between the Oduduwa people and the Biafran people. But we were 1,000 miles ahead of them. So whenever they are standing to speak, they should always include that the North have the Fulanization agenda, which is to rape, to massacre, to slaughter, and to invade communities, and to take everything that does not belong to them and then to move away. Thank you, Masuko. Sorry for using that time where you never gave me. I got that advice from a madman.
Today na open discussion with they. So who the microphone is open. Whoever take them, the other people go relax, make it talk.
Today na Royal Rambo.
Exactly.
Okay, let me go this way. Because the people that are killing the Christians, always when we want to do anything concerning Christian, they will want, are you hearing me?
We dey hear you.
They will want to attack us. After attacking us during our own celebration like Christmas or Easter, you see how they massacred Benue people, how they massacred people in Olu, and how they massacred people all over Nigeria. But once they go to do their devilish prayer, Rama nonsense or whatever, they will use the blood they've sacrificed to go. You see why this thing was chasing them in Saudi Arabia? Pharaoh must let our people go. Any country that is supporting the jihadist terrorists in Nigeria, whether we know you physically or spiritually, our God, Okike Abiyama, that we serve, must expose you. The people that the roaches were chasing away from their prayer ground, and all you that is supporting them, whether you are America, whether you are in British, whether you, all you that is supporting the killing, the humiliation, the insecurity in Biafra land, Okike must fish you out. I am not here to talk about their Ramadan nonsense. I am not interested in mentioning that rubbish. As far as I'm concerned, it's a devilish thing. I rest my case. We'll come back.
Ndewo. Well, before we go on, I really want us to take a look at this tweet. Adamu Gaba, right? We know you are insulting us. Excuse me. No vessel. Adamu Gaba, right? We know you are insulting us. We the northerners, he is talking to Mr. Peter Alahaji Peter Obi. You know, put Alahaji, go put Mr. Gaba. Here you make mistake. He dey talk to Alahaji Peter Obi, and we are assuring you that as far as presidency of Nigeria is concerned, it shall remain in your illusionary dream forever. You will never come close to it. You bigoted religious ethnic merchant. You can go to Finland to contend with your new Biafra government in exile. Then Peter Obi can tell and say, beyond regarding our mandate, I am committed to lifting people out of poverty, and I remain committed to transforming Nigeria, starting from the north to every part of the nation. One can self.
You know the worst thing, 247.
Yes.
The worst thing that will happen to a goat is when a goat eats your yam, you beat the goat finish. After a few minutes, the goat returns back to the place you beat him. That is that the Obi is behaving like goat. Not being able to know the people that ridiculed him. You know, they say when a child fall,
go to better pass and Gaddafi.
if
If
we
you
look
beat
front,
the goat to go wrong, come out, Abi. Obi they beat am, he dey there, you know they move.
He dey there. He won't die for Nigeria.
you know the thing is that when a man doesn't have hope again, anything he sees, he hang on it as hope. So to him, he has no hope. The only hope he have is in Nigeria, in this evil forest. So if he has a hope that see that there is a city, there's a nation that are better than where he is, if he has a vision that let me join hand to make this place, even they have showed him what to do. They've reminded him what he forgot. He forgot that there is Biafra, that he belongs to Biafra. He forgot. So this where he's supposed to be, and pointed to him because he was blind. and he chose not to see. He was also deaf. He chose not to see. So these people pointed to him the direction where he's supposed to be. Still, he's still being blind from seeing the facts that he can never be. Igbo man can never be president in that evil forest. And that opportunity is also not there, because this year Biafra will come, whether they like it or not. In fact, our strength is not from them. Our strength is from above, and is above all powers. So as soon we are drawing from our strength, the world will see that Biafra is real. People have insulted us, but you will see on a man, you insulted his God. So very soon, the world will see that Biafra is another nation that will give peace to all the sub-Saharan Africa. Biafra is also the only nation that can extend the peace to Europe. Because when we become the Biafra, as we're going to become this Biafra, we will secure this Africa to the extent that we'll be the next nation that are so powerful in this Africa, that we will make sure the smaller nations around us will have peace. They will have their own peace. So what P2B, if you want to change the status of people, if you want to alleviate poverty, if you have a good vision, you should bring it on achieving Biafra. Because when you get the land, before you start dragging for maths. So let us get our Biafra before we start thinking about how to achieve. It's even lucky that they will never sink Fidelity Bank. It's even lucky that they've never banned completely Hero Beer. The next thing they're going to do is to go after his investment. So if Obi is wise, well, it's not his fault, because Obi is always a boy. I want this Obi to grow this time, not being a boy perpetual. You know, he should grow up. He should know what is before him. I don't know why most of the Igbos, most of the Biafran people like to eat the crumb. You must know is that you should know you don't have a place of your own. So we are just like people that are homeless. So the best thing to do is get a home where you can call your place. For instance, likewise, if you are working in a company, depending on the company's house, when they sack you, you become homeless. So the best thing to do is to get the house of your own. There is a place you can always rely upon. So you can see when you have a house of your own, if your boss insults you, you can even use your hand to sack yourself. But when you don't have a house, you begin to endure. All things that you don't need to endure, you begin to endure them because you don't know a place to rely upon. So Mr. Obi should help his generation to come. Because all this money that is stored, the Pandora $15 million and all the rest, can never be a community in Igbo land for his children when these people will take over, God forbid. So we must defend our land. And it is a pity that when time will come, we will do to them what is happening here in South Korea. Some people are indigent, but they live here with visa. Because when they were talking about how to get their country, they ran away. Most of them were behaving like this old man. You know, our leader said, fools also grow old. And when they grow old, they become old fools. You know? Yes, the fools also grow old. And when they grow old, they become old fools. That is why you see them destroying something they're supposed to build because of envy and jealousy is involved. Chukwokike hand is involved. So he calls whom he wants, and he makes us to get what he has promised us. So all these old fools, all these fools that grow old, that become old fools, because P2B supposed to be wise by the way he claimed to be educated, from the way in fact, ordinary common sense he doesn't have, because common sense should tell him that he has no home. Nigeria does not belong to him. The slave are riding chariots, where the prince are walking with barefooted. Heaven is not always happy about that. Thank you. I yield my mic as we proceed.
All right, ndewo. Who gets anything to talk? Make it talk.
Yes, I get something to say. Good evening, everybody. Okay. You see, we are in a generation now where women talk better than men in our own clan. Because I can tell you from the origin what prompted this Janjaweed man who is insulting Obi, is eminent from the elders. Because I once an Ekwoku say, if foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do? Foundation has destroyed that, now elders has sown the seed of discord, the seed of disdain, the seed of mockery to both the current generation and the generation unborn. The way the elders present their children is what has made the Janjaweed or the entire people in Nigeria to be insulting Igbos anyhow. If I may say, where did this Gaba, what's his name? Gaba Shehu, no, Gaba Adamu, where did he reach P2B? Is he in education or is he in politics? Is he in money? Is he in business? Is he in family? P2B is far better than him. But the reason, because they have this impetus, the infantry to insult an Igbo man on social media, an elite like P2B, I'm not giving him credit. I'm not his fan, but all of them have sold themselves and they are getting the reward now from the enemy. The reason why all this is happening is because the elders are there saying that they will lay down for Janjaweed to make peace. And one of us, the Supreme Court administrator, said Igbos will make peace with Nigeria. Make peace how? That's why that young man in Arise TV, Rufai, blasted him very well, saying that why is this man saying that Igbos should make peace? Is he saying that his ancestor who died during the war didn't stand up to fight a just cause? What is it because of his own political gain? Now, this is Okwadike who said many times that Igbos are stupid, continue saying it, degrading his own people, relegating them to the background, thinking that Janjaweed will like him. He didn't know that as far as you are Yamani or you are not Muslim, you are infidel according to their rule. Once you are not that their religion, you are an infidel. One of the clerics in the north said it, that don't vote somebody who will come and fight against bandits and all that, And this Gaba Adamu said that the bandits and Boko Haram and Fulani terrorists, they are their warriors in the north. Obi doesn't want to hear, but I've just put in a tray here now how a woman talk or how somebody can talk. I just got it from our elder sister, who said, he speak this after 50 years of war of Biafra. He said it, she speak boldly, speak from her mind without fearing anybody. But when you see the male elders, when they come out in the public, if we give them microphone, they will be shrieking. Nyamodo will mess up. George Obiozo will mess up. This person will mess up. Okwadike will mess up, and being so pathetic. So trying to seek sympathy from a Janjaweed, people who they know that they are more educated than. People who they know that if you call them for debate, them and Janjaweed, they will beat Janjaweed hands down. But they choose to relegate themselves. My dear brothers, let's just continue. If there is time, we can listen to Onyeko Welu, because I always record her speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, can I get in my submission?
Please go.
Thank you very much. In that tweet,
from Garuba. You know, my interest is P2B side of the tweets. That place. Look at P2B's tweet there. P2B said, "Beyond regaining our mandate, I am committed to lifting people out of poverty, and I remain committed to transforming Nigeria, starting from the north."
Why?
Starting from the north to every part of the nation. The last time I checked, there's a saying that says, "Charity begins at home."
Yes.
And ever since P2B has been doing this nonsense of trying to make these people from the north feel that he loves them more, that he cares about them. P2B, these people, they have been the ones in power all these years. Now, I don't know whether is it that P2B does not have this acumen or this sense of reasoning that makes him to feel that to please these people will make him to gain their trust or will make him to sit in that seat of power. It is so pathetic. Now, you are already shooting yourself at the feet. These people believe in their own charity. Look at what they are doing. They show charity to their own selves. They think about themselves. They present their religion. Can't you see that what Sanusi was saying there? Sanusi is more concerned about Islam, not disappearing. He's not concerned about Nigeria being delivered or the North being delivered from poverty. He's not concerned about the religion. He said because if poverty is not treated, that the religion will disappear. So his main concern is their religion.
Their own religion.
They are concerned about
Thank you.
Charity, it is said, begins at home. P2B, the last time I checked, your people are even the most marginalized. Your people do not get the share of what is gotten from their own land. And now you are telling them that you will start from the north. How? Do you mean that? Are you trying to tell me that you don't even know that even before you, everybody that gets into that place, they first of all even think about their family, their home, their people. Look at Bukhari and the impostor that is there now. What does he think about? His Fulani, waterways, Ruga, everything about is there. They think about themselves first before you. So you feel that by patronizing them, that is when they will trust you. That is even when they will know that you are a fool. They will know that you are just deceiving them. They will know that you don't even know what you are saying. So P2B should just have that brain and know that it is high time he forget about all these things. But I know that P2B will eventually come back to his senses. But I pray that it is not too late for him. Because as in Akofecha or Tarawo, but the earlier he realizes that there is no road that place is going, the better for him. P2B now doesn't see his people. He doesn't see Biafra. The only thing he's seeing is Fulani, because it's Fulani that will help him, because it's Fulani that is in control. So let me bow to them and get what I want. But they don't trust you. They don't care about you. It is their own son or their own person, this Garuba, that is writing this thing here. Somebody that, like Battle Cry said, somebody that you and him, that you are not even in the same class.
No.
Somebody that is not even up to your own accountant. Your own accountant is talking anyhow to you. I need my mic, I beg.
All right. I want to make we understand something. You know, one W was saying that when Christians they go call key. When they want to do their own, they don't go key. These people they don't kill with any reason. They don't need reason to kill. They don't even want to know whether you are Ramadanin or no Ramadanin, or Christmasin or no Christmasin. As long as they must kill, they must kill. The only reason why they can stop is when their masters, when their sponsors ask them, break down small, they go break. And that time is only in a time like when you see something like election, they go stop. Immediately after shake now, immediately after election, they begin commence. And the one wey they kill for over 400 abi 800 people wey dey kill for Benue State, dey kill both ancient and modern. And Obi dey tell you say Obi dey tell you say him be Sariki of Agolo. Na Agolo him be from ba? Abi na where? Sariki, one of Labour Party. Obi, how far, wey we write here now, how far the killings? Obi condemn the killings for Benue. Obi condemn the killings for IDP camp. Obi don condemn anything at all wey no be not. But at the end, wetin dey happen? Not to rejected you.
They rejected him.
Nothing. Listen, these Funanis, they no get brother, they no get sister. As long as you are not Funani, they are not interested in what you are bringing to the table.
Telling you.
If you like it, dash all of them private jet. If you dash them finish, they see you, you remain infidel, and they must kill you. If you like Ojo Zogalo, they carry Tokano jet, come. Carry that Tokono jet or Tokumbo jet, carry and come. Wipe away every Biafra land. If you finish, they go see do waiting, kill you. So these people no be people where you get anything to do with. You have nothing in common with these people. They are not human beings. They are worse than animals. People that will enter a community and kill every male, anything wey get penis in between their legs, they kill them. If you like, make it be a minute baby. Do you know that these people killed in 1945 in is it in Sokoto or in Kano? They kill every pregnant woman they see, even for Asaba. Between 1970 69-70 for Asaba, if they catch a pregnant woman, they go cut in belle. If na male pikin, you know say when they cut belle, person wey get belle, when they cut the belle, the pikin wey dey inside they don die. But they go cut the belle, shake the pikin wey dey inside. If na boy, they go still bring am out, use knife cut am into pieces. You know why they do am? They say they cut am because e get one army officer wey be Achuzie. E be like say na general or major Achuzie. He was very brave and strong man from Asaba. They say if we leave this one, he go grow up to become another Achuzie. They want to wipe away everything wey be male child because they don't want a replica of Ojukwu, a replica of Kaduna Zog, Ale, Shuguma, Kaduna Zog. They don't want him. They don't want any other Gideon Oka to come up again. They don't want them. They want Azikiwe, and Azikiwe na P2B. They go use you. You go grave.
Oh.
Another thing wey I go like talk na this man wey they call Gowon. Abi Mazi Sonny, you get any advice wey you wan drop?
Wetin I wan talk na this man here. Wetin be him name? Obidient.
Okay, Obi.
Now the message the Fulani man left for him. The message was that Fulani man, Garuba Adamu told him, we Northerners, we are assuring you that as far as presidency of one Nigeria is concerned, it shall remain in your illusion and your dream. You will continue to dream. You will continue to remain in that state of mirage. Where they say by the time you wake up, you will always come back to be shouting Obi, Obi, Obi. But you will never come close to it. Then they now use ethnic bigotry, ethnocentric merchants to cap up the whole story. When they now said ethnocentric merchants, that means these people are now trying to tell us that it is we, it is Obi, it is we, the Biafra, that are now selling the idea of one ethnicity being superior to another, of which they are the one peddling this very idea. You see how they are now turning the thing upside down now. Ethnocentrism is talking about you portraying your own ethnicity to be more superior or more of commanding, or to have been the one to be standing and better than the other one. Now tell me, in one Nigeria, how the Igbos or how the Biafrans have been ethnocentric in nature. The only people that have been ethnocentric in nature in one Nigeria is the Fulani terrorists, who wants to have everything to themselves. And from the speech of this man alone, you can be able to validate what I am saying. That is being ethnocentric by telling you that we Northerners. Obi himself here is trying to portray the fact that he still belongs in one Nigeria, no matter anything that happens, that he has to force himself inside. But another person is already sowing that seed of ethnocentrism. And it is the same person that is sowing the seed of ethnocentrism that is now accusing the other person of doing same, of which not. Then he went further to say you can go to Finland to contend with your new Biafran government in exile. So the Biafran government in exile awareness and publicity is ongoing. We are not even the one making the publicity more than we could. It is the opponent and the people that hate what we are doing that are actually helping us to send the message to go very far. And this will continue to happen. Before you know it, it will get to where they did not even know. Layab Mohammed was on international TV telling the entire world that we are doing fundraising, and we use that fundraising to fund ESN, thereby making sure that Biafra land is secured and protected, and the terrorists that are killing people in southern Kaduna and Sokoto and Borno are not able to penetrate and to take over Biafra land. Laya Mohammed was telling this message and then calling us terrorists, the one actually terrorizing one Nigeria. But invariably and inadvertently, Laya Mohammed was doing what? Telling the importance of our fundraising and what we are doing the fundraising for, but people will not understand it. So one Nigeria government will be using every means to see it as a propaganda, whereas at the end of the day, you are actually helping us to do publicity. Garuba Shehu now, or Garuba Adamu, has helped us to make publicity of the Biafran government in exile. And then the annoying part is that the person that he is talking to, who is our own brother, Obi has not come to the fact and understanding that one Nigeria is not for him. This man has advised him and say, Nigeria is not for you. Go and join your Biafran people and make Biafra to become a nation. But him, what did he say? He said, beyond regaining our mandate, I am committed to lifting people out of poverty. You want to lift the people from the north out of poverty, who have themselves to remain in poverty from 1800. From 1800, before you heard of Uthman Dan Fodio starting the conquest in 1804, you should now understand the reasons why and how it came to be. So from 1800 to 1899, then you now come down to when the forceful amalgamation document came to be. You see the difference in pace, and then you get to understand. If Obi understands what is good, Obi should listen to himself, because he wants to transform the Nigeria, and his own mandate is that he is going to start the transformation of the one Nigeria from the north. And this is the nomadic people from the north who are hell-bent on not wanting and accepting and ready to key into any transformation, because all these transformations have been on the table for years and they did not buy it in and they did not allow it to happen because they have a different mandate and a different thing. Obi is trying to force himself to become what he's not going to be and what they don't want him to be, and what cannot force a cow to the river, because even if that you force him to go reach there, you know, go drink the water, whether you go drink the water or not. So we are not begging Obi. We are just praying that what Nigeria will not happen to him, Kodo, so that advice he got from a madman will not play out in broad daylight. There will.
You are mute. You are mute. You are from 247. You are mute.
I see one advert.
247, you're muted.
I see one advice from their madman. They don't give the one. Make una follow see. Is he waiting the right for there?
So hen will go fashion immediately.
Eh?
Hen will go fashion. LP fashion. Oh.
That's it, you go. Labour Party. Obi, you're not qualified to rule Nigeria.
This is what our people say. You might be done with room more of that. No. Now I'm just pushing my head. Now back off.
Oh
That's what
boy.
they did
This
to
one
you.
laugh, crack your ribs today. They say Obi no qualified to rule Nigeria. Eh?
Can't you see his hand? He's trying to demonstrate as if he's in the mosque.
This kind news. This one Soromchi and short. Declares Asabanek illegal. Dissolve LPPCC. Oh, the faction don't declare Asaba INEC illegal. Okay, make we read the news.
That is how Ohaneze, Ndi Igbo na Lagos, said Obi is not ordained to rule Nigeria. That God has called Tinubu. This is our own elders saying rubbish. Unbelievable. They are the problem of our insults, both on the social media or on the global. They are the key factor of what has emanated for these people to be insulting us.
But Mbaka told him that he can never rule Nigeria.
You don't understand them. Make I just read them for them for now. Factional chairman of the Labour Party, Bashir Apapa, has declared the Asaba National Executive Committee (NEC) meeting of the party is illegal, stating that it is presidential candidate Peter Obi not qualified to rule the country. It further said the presence of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, Alhaji Peter Obi, has exposed him as disobedient to the Federal High Court order in Abuja, which sustained the restraining order on the national chairman of the Labour Party and the three others from parading themselves as officials of the party. The Apapa faction of the party leadership said it had access to a letter of invitation to the Asaba NEC meeting of the Labour Party signed by the embattled chairman of the party, Comrade Julius Abure, and said he has no such powers given the restraining order of the court. The statement reads that following the anti-party activities and the disobedience to court order of the FCT High Court through the illegal suspension and expulsion of National Working Committee members under the leadership of Alhaji Bashiru Lamidi Apapa. The NUWC members meet this afternoon after receiving information and a letter by the restrained former National Chairman Julius Abure and the former National Security inviting elected members of National Assembly to observe their illegal neck meeting of our party. By this rascality exhibited by this miscreant, the National Working Committee of our party, led by Alhaji Lamidi Apapa, hereby suspend the following officers by immediate effect. Ladilia, Deputy National Chairman, LOC, Labour Party, NOLC. Oyo Oloru Femi, Deputy National Chairman, TUC. Kennedy Shigozie, Ahanotu, Deputy National Secretary, Dudu Manuga, National Woman Leader, and Innocent Okeke, National Vice Chairman, Southeast. The statement is signed by Arabambi. For answer Alabamba now, the statement is signed by Arabambi, stated that the party also frown at the gross misconduct of Alhaji wetin be Peter for Islamic this thing now,
na Putu.
Okay. And I don't forget where the statement is signed by Arabambi, stated that the party also frown at the gross misconduct of Alhaji Puntu Obi, who is vigorously pursuing ethnic cleansing. Inokwa, Peter Obi pursuing ethnic cleansing. Yay! Peter Obi's mission was to amputate the Labour Party structure so that he and his gang of ethnic bigots would take over the party and fix his wife as a new national woman leader of the party to continue his strength. We want the world to know that Peter Obi was not properly nominated as our party flag bearer.
I beg, no vex, make I chip in one advice from a madman. And this one, a madman from Biafra land. I beg, no vex, go up small again. Go up small.
Sorry, it don't finish. Wait, make I finish this thing here, I beg.
No, wait, now this place where they tell us, say, Peter Obi, they do ethnic cleansing. Go up again small.
Okay, where they say ethnic cleansing. Okay. Also, the statement is signed by Arabambi, stated that the party also frown at the gross misconduct of Mr. Peter Obi, who is vigorously pursuing ethnic cleansing.
Yeah,
Peter Obi's mission. Listen, it continues. He said Peter Obi's mission was to amputate the Labour Party structure so that he and his gang of ethnic bigots would take over the party and fix his wife as the new national woman leader of the party to continue his thread. Hey,
I think the other ones are not important, but the one where they're very important here now.
Ethnic cleansing.
The same Fulani where they massacre people. Now then they come, they tell us, say now Obi na they do ethnic cleansing. I beg, which terrorist group where Obi get, where Obi they use they go they do ethnic cleansing? Now the question where they suppose ask these people where I did. Say Obi they pursue ethnic cleansing. But the one way full and terrorists they do every day, they are not taking that one into consideration. As at April 15th, as at April 15th, this is what travel advice that was given to One Nigeria. They say we have reviewed our advice for Nigeria. We haven't changed our overall level. Reconsider your need to travel. Some areas have an increased risk. We have raised the level of advice for Kogi State and Lagos City. There is a high risk of terrorist attacks and kidnappings across Nigeria, including in the capital city, by various militant groups. Further attacks are likely. If, despite our advice, you undertake travel within Nigeria, research your route and get professional security and support before departing. Avoid all political gatherings. Avoid all political gatherings which may occur with little or no notice. Now, the people that perpetrated this act is the Fulani terrorists and the government of the day, which we all know them. Wumi said, do not allow somebody that will come to kill our bandits and terrorists to be in power, because those bandits and terrorists that we have, they are our own soldiers of the caliphate. They are our warriors. They are fighting for our own Fulani terrorist nation. So when they announced Peter Obi is vigorously pursuing ethnic cleansing, which group where Peter Obi get, where they get arms and ammunition? Where did they go, they kill people and they are instituting ethnic cleansing? Because the last time we checked, the last attack in Yamufu was carried out by Fulani terrorists. The last one we saw in Iyala was carried out by Fulani terrorists. The last one we saw in Ole was carried out by Fulani terrorists. The last one we saw in Olu was Fulani terrorists. The one we saw in Umutansi was Fulani terrorists. So, where and how? The one that is happening in Benue State and Niger, Borno, Sokoto, Medugri, and Nasarawa, and Kano, in Kaduna, where they are butchering people, butchering women and children and babies every day, is Fulani terrorists. So where exactly is Obi now vigorously pursuing ethnic cleansing? Because we knew it will come to this point where they will now push Obi, write all sort of things after they have used him. At the end of the day, this is how the arrest and kidnap of Obi and the implication of Obi will come. But Obi will not listen. Even as it is pointing to his face now, Obi is still embracing One Nigeria. And maybe it will be like a stubborn fly. We know the year word where they follow dead body or inside coffin. They go inside till they put sand. No one don't see go hang for them. So our question is, since they started this Ramadan, the numbers of people, all this warning, this security warning that I just read now, was issued at the beginning of the Ramadan. So there was a premeditated plan that while the Ramadan is going on, there will be terrorist attacks. And when you look at Nasarawa, you look at Kaduna, you look at Niger, you look at Benue, you have seen all these attacks played out during the Ramadan time. Now I make with the acts, because when we see Obi come begin to congratulate people for the same Ramadan, it's like you are congratulating them after they have massacred your people during this time, because you're not living to the fact and reality of life of One Nigeria. These same people are the people that people have tried to change their mental faculty, change their way of life, change the One Nigeria that you say you want it to become a better place. And they say, no, we don't want it. Allow us to remain nomadic. Let us remain the way we are. That's why our Prime Minister said, the North does not need help. The North doesn't need help. And this is the narrative that we need to start portraying. That the North does not need help. They are comfortable. They have everything they want. And all what they want is to make use of that their dry land with cattle and then live inside the bush and then stay there like animals. They don't want you to come and help them. So you now that is portraying this idea of I want to come and help you and change your life and change it from this one to this one, you are wasting your time. When you look at all of us that are in abroad, that is, just go and check the database of Nigerians with the Nigerian passport. Then you check it by ethnicity and by region. You will get to understand that the percentage of Northerners, especially the Fulanis, that are in abroad or travel and migrate to make a different life in the Western Hemisphere is not up to 5%. But the remaining percentages are what? The Southern Protectorate people. So if you're trying to bring technology, innovation to the same Fulani terrorists in this 2023, you are wasting your time. I came across one video where one pastor was prophesying and preaching. Oh, the miracle that you're going to see in 2023. What will happen to Tinubu after the election, before the swearing in of 2023, May 29? What will now come to intercept the situation? How Obi will now come to be the president? How everything will come and work out and say, hi. Say that new Nigeria is coming in this 2023. This is a pastor telling congregation that new Nigeria is coming in this 2023. Whereas the numbers of the congregation members which he had when he used to start the church at the beginning of 2023, today now the number have reduced because terrorists have killed some of them. Terrorists have killed some of the members of that church, and the numbers are decreasing every day. And instead of him to change the topic and then start telling the people, it is not time to be preaching and sit down to be doing prophecy. It is time to tell you that you need to carry your weapons and then think of how to protect yourself and to defend yourself. Because if you don't do that, they will massacre everybody. Because even the government, the police, the army, the air force, the navy, every security groups, they collude and they work with the terrorists. I find it very disheartening, because this is why when people see us attack and then fight on the religious leaders these days, they may not understand. We have come to understand that religion has been the tool and a bigger problem to the liberation of mankind in Africa, especially in one Nigeria. And this Christian religion is the worst thing that happened to the mentality of Nigerians. Matthew, I leave it here.
Okay. No. Anyway, the concluding part says, we want the world to know that P2B was not properly nominated as our party flag bearer, which we pointed out to him, and the reason he wanted all of us opposed to his illegal candidacy out by all means. P2B is not fit to govern Nigeria for his involvement in the gross disobedience to the FCT High Court order, as this is an evidence that he will cause civil unrest, turn Nigeria into banana republic, and lawlessness where rule of law will be a tale of the past. as if rule of law has been working in Nigeria. Finally, the National Working Committee of our party hereby dissolved the Presidential Campaign Council with immediate effect. Harabambi stated. Hey, who want to talk? Make una talk. Vam. Who can talk to talk? Make it talk. And you know they hear me.
Make we play another. Forget P2B. P2B not done and dusted. P2B. Obari China na obari. Haga boy oto. How about your obara the cho? I want get you wear up. Now we go wear and clothes. P2B. The cloth we go wear P2B. He there for our Prime Minister office. Because they go they carry P2B. P2B go they run. Because now don't they go, they tell them P2B, they carry you, they go where you don't know. You know one come down. Make it they follow them, they go. By the time they go strip am completely naked, he go run come our prime minister office. We go wear and clothes.
Hey.
Oko.
All the ego.
Now they are paying Tinubu, they settle different factions. Make them they gang up against them. Is that not enough for him to know that there is no road there? Because at the end of the day, even for that you see that will be the final person to rise up against P2B. Now there I go clear. Because everywhere you go, you go say, I am that, I am that. Pity for yourself, you know, pity for yourself.
Where obedience there? Anyway, it be like say make we take course, abi. And another thing where I want make we anyway, maybe Biafrans talk about it. This man will say they come Biafra land. Who come out where meditate small? Gaddafi come out okay. This man where they call what it be name?
Yeah, bros, can we listen to that thing? Is it okay if we listen to it or it doesn't make any thing?
What?
The thing I put on the thread there.
What? Now waiting be they said.
Where that our elder sister Nyako will speak about our own narrative after 50 years.
It's a great privilege to be here with you today to talk about a subject matter that is very close to our hearts, that is very personal to many of us, very sensitive matter, very painful matter indeed. And yes, some of us have lived with some bitterness, and we make no apologies about that. We were a people in war, led into war, not by our own wishes or design, but in self-defense. No apologies, Nigeria. No apologies to the world. But here we are. I'm sorry, I'm going to stand up, if you don't mind. My name is Onyeka Onwenu, and it's not the Onyeka Onwenu that you think you know, that you read about in the papers, but the Onyeka Onwenu that was born and raised in Port Harcourt. That's correct. And the person who made that statement knows. When he says DK Onwenu, he's telling you where this person came from. My father was the first Arrondissement man in the Federal House, and he was representing a Port Harcourt constituency. He was the principal of Antonia High School. He was a brilliant man, but he died too early. Thank you. That's my background. I'm also from Abia State. Since I am Adamazi, I won't want arrow. Told him Adamazi. I'm from Imo State, Arrondissement, and I'm from Anambra, where my mother comes from. I can go there and live. I can do anything I want in Anambra. Nobody can say anything to me. I'm also from Lagos State. I'm surprise. Yeah, I'm from Lagos State. I'm married to a Yoruba man. I have 2 Yoruba children. They only pay 5,000 naira as bride price. So we have the right to demand more money anytime. 5 minutes going. Yes, 50 years after I fought the war as a young girl, 14, 15, 16, 17, I was in that war. And I lost many relatives. I worked in hospitals. I carried babies who died in my arms. I treated old people who took days to die. People were dying out of hunger. Even our soldiers were dying out of hunger at a particular point. But thank God, we survived. You see, when my father died at 40, he was a politician and also a principal, but he didn't have much money. In those days, you had to keep your day job, even if you were a member of the House of Representatives. Yes, my mother, an Anambra woman, was a trader. Put your hands together for Anambra women. She was richer than my dad, so my dad would borrow money from her to buy the land, and he never paid back. You know how it is. And my mother dares not raise the subject again. At the end of the war, I could not go back to Port Harcourt. My home was abandoned property. Those of you who come from Port Harcourt know the story. A home that a widow, my father had just laid the foundation when he died in a motor car accident, on duty. A building that a widow, and living just adjacent to us, the Ekopus on Hospital Road, we could see you, we could relate. In fact, I thought we were related because every family in Port Harcourt was together. You didn't care where they came from or who they were. Once you're from Port Harcourt, every parent had the right to reprimand another child that you saw misbehaving. It was a beautiful town, but we couldn't get back to it. So for me, the Civil War never ended. At the end of that war, my family, oh no, it never ended. It's still going on. I had no family house. My poor mother went back to claim the property she was beating into a coma by people whom she had helped all her life and sent to school because she's an Igbo woman, and now Port Harcourt belonged to another group of people. They forgot the sacrifices that the Igbos made. It's still going on. No apology has ever been made about that. The road that is now referred to Harold Wilson Drive used to be DK Owenu Road because of the sacrifice that people like the Owenus, the Ikopus, you know them, the sacrifices they made in building up Port Harcourt. Here I am. So I traveled outside thanks to my sister who was at Harvard at the time, who organized for the rest of us to come and go to school. But we all came back to do what? To develop Nigeria. I have tried, with the little talent that God has given me, to use it for the betterment of my society and my country. But can I tell you something? That if I were a Yoruba or Hausa woman, I would probably have had more patronage, I would have had more help and more support than I have got by my self-help effort to raise this country up. But I'm not asking anybody for anything. I put myself through school. My widowed mother did her best, but I was working 2 jobs in America to put myself through school. I didn't want to take Nigerian scholarship because they were giving it to everybody, those who deserved it and those who didn't. And many of them were not even in school. I put myself through school. Wellesley College and the New School for Social Research. I have no apologies to make to anybody. I am angry. I am angry at Nigeria. I'm angry at this government which seems to be letting us down.
Yes.
I am angry at us as a people. I am angry at my people in Dibo. Because if they have refused you, why are you refusing yourself? Stop complaining and do it for yourself. We've always been able to do that. How did we build Imo Airport? Nobody built it. We spent how many years raising money? I know it was my equipment that was traveling all over the country for concerts. I gave free concerts to build Imo Airport. That's who we have been. And I remember in those days, Purana, Imo State Union, Purana, Zetiobi, DK Onwanofa, Oputa, Ikoku, you name them, Alba Korana, that's it. No dispute. Everybody follows the line and gets done.
Waka we no pause or the video dey kwa we na anu dey here na ekwu okwu.
Okay, pause. Sorry.
HMO go na play yourself.
I on play na.
Ana m agwa gị pause or video. Ogo wa ga pause or one more.
Oh, sorry.
Video now.
Sorry.
Now, the truth is that Onyeko, when I wanted you to pause it, you made me to lose my line of thought, my brother.
Okay, let's play it again. Let's play.
You rewind it, forward it, go back. You. Wait,
yes, I rewind it.
I put the volume.
For this reason that she has enumerated, that is why we don't want to go on in Biafra land. We don't want him.
I want Okpadike to come and listen to a woman, a young woman. I want Okpadike, let him come and listen. It's not the matter of saying, I'm an Igbo elect. I can do everything to prostrate to the idiot in Nazareth. so that they can release
Rewind the thing first.
I would have had more help and more support than I have got by my self-help effort to raise this country up. But I'm not asking anybody for.
Now, you see, Onyeka Onwenu, she kept saying in this video to help this country, to help Nigeria and all what have you. And in that same video where she's saying to help this country, she's also displaying her anger, isn't it? Now, ask this Onyeka now. You will find out that she went ahead to support Peter Obi. You understand? She said beautiful things here. But what she was saying here, how can you be calling such a country your country? Other people that are not as qualified and as intelligent as you are, they sponsor them in scholarship. Some of them were not even going to school. They were collecting the money. And they were paying them money. You were using your own money, train yourself. And you knew it was happening to you because you were Igbo.
Yes.
Your father died at 40. Your mother, who is a widow, suffered for you people. And you've come to this stage now and see all these things happening. Look for this woman now. She won't be near IPOB. She will not be near Mazin Nandekanu. She won't even be bothered off. Right now, Mazin Nandekanu have been detained for how long? I don't want to get angry with Onyeka because she was saying something beautiful here. Thank God for her. But it is not enough. When you see that all those things that you suffered, that the only thing that will give you relief and help and deliverance from all these things is to completely do that, because you open your mouth here to say, Oya Juraju and Adu Omoya. And you want to give away through this thing. Give Oya Juraju, what effort have you made so far? Now, the only thing you people keep doing is looking for how you can still help the country that have deteriorated you so much, denigrated you so much, relegated you so much, and they are not willing to stop. She was even saying in this place that they have not even apologized for what they did. You know they have not apologized. And they are not willing to apologize. So why are you still looking for how you can, bring anything out of that place? There is nothing there for you. I don't know how else to explain this thing to these people.
If you know,
this woman is talking about a life experience, her own. She's talking about her own life experience, and her own is even small compared to some people. Our prime minister here, who was not even in the contemporary time with Onyeka Onwenu, consider all the effort and the sacrifices he has made for Nigeria in sports and everything. He saw everything and he decided to say, you people come and take your medal. I don't need it. He crossed his mind, destroy his Nigerian passport. I said it is enough. He did not have maybe all the experience Onyeka had, but it is enough for him to see that every effort he made to be a support to Nigeria, to even lift the name of Nigeria up, all that happened to him is that they keep rejecting him, they keep denigrating him, they keep humiliating him. There is nothing to support him for all the effort he did for Nigeria.
Nothing.
And therefore he crossed his mind. So we are looking for people like you, Onyeka, to cross your mind and speak up for Mazin Nandekanu. And know that Nandekanu saw all these things. Maybe Onyeka Onwenu in your passport, maybe in your birth certificate, you might have Nigeria. Nandekanu have Biafra in his own birth certificate. He was born in that particular year of the war. So he was a Biafran born. So he understands all these things and he's speaking it. He's speaking truth to power. He's telling you people that there is no hope for anything in that zoo. Give it up. Join your people. Let us do this thing once and for all and get it over with.
Yes.
Thank you, my comrades.
All right. Thank you. To add something about what you have just said about the Prime Minister, Matt Samuel, concerning what he has added in the zoo, and the zoo did not recognize him. He decided to give up anything about the zoo and destroy the medal and destroy his passport. Do you remember this last guy who went and did a boxing championship and won? When they were interviewing him about Nigeria, do you know what he said? He said he loved his people, but Nigeria is very, very corrupt. That's what he said. He said, just He put it like this. He didn't say that he loved his country. He said he loved his people. But Nigeria is that he knew that Nigeria is very, very corrupt. That's how he never said that he's fighting for Nigeria. He said he fights for his people, to make his people happy. He loved them. But Nigeria is very, very corrupt. That is how. What Peter Obi has done in the life of people like Auntie Onyekonwe, let me put it Auntie because I respect her a lot. I'm one of her fans. So what Peter Obi has just come out to do in the life of Ndi Igbo during this election, he came to pollute their mind. He came to drag them to the gutter. He came to drag them to the mud. He came to mess up every chances we have to liberate ourselves. Look at it now. Can they come out now and talk? Where is Kanayo? You can't see him talk. You understand me? All of them just went mute. None of them is talking. Onyekonwe said, "Onye ajuru adi ajuru onwe." Then why are we dragging our feet to go with the people who don't want you? What is the need of it? Somebody just Janjaweed said, as far as North is, as far as presidency is concerned, North will not allow you to smell it. So it means there are people who is holding that position, who believe that the country belongs to them, the power belongs to them. Why are we messing ourselves up? And she said here that the people who don't merit scholarship are collecting it, but they are not using it. Sanusi said here that the worst people that are not educated are the Northerners, and they are giving them free education. Can you count the number of schools Jonathan built for them? Still, they ridicule the man and kick him out because it's not part of their religion. It's not part of their Northern whatever. Yeah? They consider him as an infidel. What can you do that North will please you? Our own Owadike said that Yoruba and the Igbos are the worst stupid people. Still, he said it for Fulani to welcome him. They say, "Oh, okay, now you are."
Sonny, Sonny is
okay.
his son.
Go on, Sonny.
No, no, I did not mean to interject you. As in, after you finish your submission. After you finish, my hand.
I'm already finished, my brother. Go on.
Okay. Someone is saying from the comment section, "Oh, this video is 2020."
And so?
People they die in ignorance. People they die in ignorance, and they will conquer their own inborn stupidity carry put inside. These people that you say this was 2020, the message that they passed in this 2020, when obedience came in 2023, what was their reaction? What was their stand? Did you see them make a different move? Or they were going in the same vein from what she started by saying when she was giving her speech? I am working, I want to see this country work. I want to see this country, this new Nigeria to become something else. Is it not the same thing that happened in the 2023? So it's not about the video is 2023 or the video is 2019 or 2020. No, ask the question. Has there been a disparity? Has there been a difference from their actions and inactions? Have they changed, or did they still continue with the same thing and the same thing that they have had in their heads and in their brains? They've been massacring your children since 2012 to this very day. And then you are in here telling somebody in 2023 again that you still want to force the nomadic people that their brains are not working for it to work. After you have tried this thing from 1800, become reach 1899, become 1900. From that time now, come enter the forceful amalgamation, come begin the waka, come in 1945, enter 1960, enter 1966 to 70 when they massacred you. From that time, come reach today now. Look at just 2021, since MNK was kidnapped. Since 2021, the numbers of people that have been massacred in the hands of these Fulani terrorists since MNK was kidnapped is more than 50,000. It's more than 50,000. Only 2021 alone and 2022, you saw over 20,000 something. 20,000 something. You go hear of 1,000, 10,000, 11,000, 15 to 20,000 something. So if you now calculate the ones that have been displaced and the ones that have been massacred since 2012 countries today, your brain is still to make sure one Nigeria works at the expense of the lives of your children, and they are massacring them every day, and you are still wanting Nigeria to work. And they're telling you, no, leave our brain. Our brain is only good for kuli kuli. Our brain is only good for kilishi. Our brain is only good for soya. Our brain is not good for this thing that you want us to do, but you're forcing them at the expense of the life of your own children. As you go, I leave the mic here.
Okay, can I continue playing the video?
Rasta man be one put mouth to somebody call, make I call him back. I tell I say I'll call him back immediately.
The video, how many minutes is left?
It's left about 4 minutes.
Okay, let's finish the video. Raf, wait, let's finish the video.
Okay.
Anything. I put myself through school. My widowed mother did her best, but I was working 2 jobs in America to put myself through school. I didn't want to take Nigerian scholarship because they were giving it to everybody, those who deserved it and those who didn't. And many of them were not even in school. I put myself through school. Wellesley College and the New School for Social Research. I have no apologies to make to anybody. I am angry. I am angry at Nigeria. I am angry at this government which seems to be letting us down. I am angry at us as a people. I am angry at my people in Ndibo. Because if they have refused you, why are you refusing yourself? Stop complaining and do it for yourself. We've always been able to do that. How did we build Imo Airport? Nobody built it. We spent how many years raising money? I know it was my equipment that was traveling all over the country for concerts. I gave free concerts to build Imo Airport. That's who we have been. And I remember in those days, Purana, Imo State Union, Purana, Zetiobi, Dike Onwanafa, Oputa, Ikoku, you name them, Abba Korana, that's it. No dispute. Everybody follows the line and gets done what needs to be done. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are wonderful people. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are resilient. Let me tell you about Ndibo. Ndibo are people with integrity, with conscience, with a feeling of humanity that they can reach out wherever they are and contribute something to that society and not care that they're not even from there. That's who we are. Do not categorize us as people who are uncouth. We don't know, we don't have unity amongst ourselves. You're kidding yourself. We love ourselves. But we also love our neighbors. You see, to love your neighbor, you have got to love yourself. That's what the good book says. Love your neighbor as yourself. So how are you going to love your neighbor if you don't know anything about self-love? I am a proud Igbo woman. And yes, if there's anything you know about me as I walk into a place, know that there's nothing you can do to me in this country to bow my head. I will not do it. I am my father's daughter. I am my mother's daughter. As an Igbo person, I stand before you committed to the project called Nigeria. But at the same time, you talk about never again. With what is happening now, never again? I don't know. But I will soon take my seat. Let me say to the rest of Nigeria, you insult us, and sometimes we do the insulting as well, and that's terrible. We've come to a stage where we have to be insulting each other so badly. But go ahead. We will not succumb. We will not bow. We are children of God. We are here for a purpose. God has put us on this good earth for that purpose. You cannot drive us to the sea. You cannot tell us to shut up and take the pain that you are inflicting on us, abuse us on top of it. Listen, if you don't want us, then let us go. Thank you.
Can I call? Let me call Rastaman. Let him contribute first. Before we go ahead. Okay, man. Hello.
Yeah. Greetings, Bam Bam Bam.
Yeah, greetings. They say you have 3 minutes, so.
I beg they leave me alone to make I do my thing. Which kind of they come there, they terrorize me with 3 minutes. You know, say when I don't even terrorize everybody. Say, I will try you, he ignore me. Now me I come try Sonia Barawa. That one they ignore me. Long time because the thing where they happen they trigger me. I no come feel cool down.
Go ahead, go ahead. Take your time. Go ahead.
Thank you, my brother. The thing be say the Oyeka them, then they feel the terror of the Janjaweed. And even Peter Obi too, all of them, even if they don't know exactly how they come. But I know say, I don't hear say Peter Obi left his boxer short there somewhere. They must have they commit them somewhere with something abominable. We know Peter. So they have to really do what they want him to do. But me, I will begin to show you now because even Muslim and Islam and all those things, they are victims of that book where they carry. This is just truth when you are the talk. And because you know, say if you see somebody when they bully somebody when they bully somebody, it's because they have fear in them. This is why they bully people. So that bullying people is the effect of waiting that they get from somebody else. This is a religion when they say me, as I know, say me, I don't like to talk too much. I want just read some quotations from the so-called holy book because our sister they talk about love their neighbor. But these people, make I just read small things when they say these people in their meditation. He said, it does not behoove a believer, male or female, that when Allah and his messenger, aka Muhammad, have decided an affair, they should exercise their choice, and whoever disobeys Allah and his messenger has strayed to manifest error. You know, that means, and that is the kill the person straight. This is what we read here. Now they say, they don't even think about what they do, whether I right or not, because you must. The meaning of Islam is to surrender, and surrender under sword. So me, I just read and make our people they understand the manner, how these people, because he said Muhammad said he's been commanded to rage over the people with terror. Now I watching now, and now me I where he told say now them inherit. So he said, and he caused you to inherit their land and their homes and their properties and a land which you have not trodden, and ever is Allah over all things competent. So now you can understand that this is exactly what Fulani is carrying out. Because we are not going to the same people who do this. We are going to their house to source of that information and go drop them. You know, you go see them, you go read them, you go see say this is what they happen. This is chapter 33, verse 22 of the Quran. He said, even the land where you never reached before, say now you and everybody's a Muslim, we must take up. And as soon as they come and build a mosque, it simply means that it becomes Islamic State. If they are still not in power, we will be playing Dakia and be lying. What Salisu was doing, as you mentioned, that their religion is the most important thing. I want Sonia Barawa. He is the calmest, coolest head analyst. I respect the way he analyzes. Respect. I always enjoy his analysis because he pinpointed out that this guy, from all those who want to talk, he entered Sharia. He said that their religion, and even if they attack others, they understand that because they have to play along. That is the takia. They have to deceive you, and their end goal is what they have together. So as we see, Atiku went to Goodman down for you. So now, if you see these chapters, you start understanding how they think. This is why I want our people. Knowledge cannot be too much. I went to one Nika area space the other day. Now I begin the book chapter Quran for. I get one Yoruba guy with the Muslim. That one tackling me. Me I tell this guy say before me I to talk, when me I begin to read Quran well because I want to understand who I'm dealing with. I want to know their mindset, how they think. So now our brother where they call him the name, now one Nigerian and now idiot will give it. That's what he tell me say when I talk to him, he tell me say he will never ever read it in church, he'll never read it. And the same guy, they say make I not talk about the religion. When have a space where they talk say is getting like Islamization. Now I tell them, I begin to show them the thing. They read them for the book. They show how them they do it. They read them for the book. They show how they do it. These people they begin to shout at me. They don't want. I say, how can I then separate Islam from Islamization? Because they say make I not talk about Islam. The other one say make you not talk Quran. I say, okay, show me the mathematics will separate Quran from Islam. And they don't answer me. They will begin to talk. They don't want. They can't mute my mic. Now me I contest with them because I know one day where people know they make sense. You know, so when we see these chapters like this, we can understand how they think. Like our sister they say love and neighbor. But that is not this. That is not how their religion goes. You know, they say make you fight if they kill them until they say the Shahada. They have the to fight the infidel, the Jew, the Christian, and the idolaters, everybody, until they say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. There's no God but God, and Muhammad is messenger. We must accept it. So I don't want to go too much with that, but one if I come this time, I will drop one. Make up they check them. They try to understand, make them know they use their own way of thinking. They equate people where they invade you. Because you will not invade them. Now them invade you. So if you want to understand them, you forget your own way you know. Because you know it already. You know go fit past you. You watching you know, but you watching you know, nine pass you. Enter there. See what thing they do. How they think. Enter that there. Say you read the Quran, you know do anything. Check them. If you not get them, there's one guy, an Arab guy, his name is Christian Prince. If you
Thank you.
They said that our people make them they learn from these things, you know. So I just want to make they go from their heart. Now their heart be this. So and that's terror when them do push over our people, now it make them make them they fear. And they not behave. As the short boxer shot of Kito be there for their place. You know now the government mentioned it to say bang down do.
Thank you, man.
Now don't shut me up now, you don't do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rastaman. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
So
Let's
what
do
I
our
was
analysis.
having to submit before the caller came in was Auntie Onyeka Onwenu said in those days somebody like Ikoku will come out and some other elders, they will come together and talk in one voice, and it will stand like that. And he's now saying, what is happening now? What is happening now is that woe to them who goes to Abuja for porridge. Woe to them who goes to Asorok for piece of bread, like Tinubu campaign in Enugu said that if you vote him, he will give you pieces of bread. If he will vote him, he will give them pieces of bread. What an insult. Yeah? Can we go to Yoruba land and say that, or go to North and say that? Anybody chicken will come out and insult you. Goat will come out and insult you. Cricket will come out and insult you. They will spat and spit on you. Still, they are not satisfied. They will continue to rubbish you, relegating you to the background, and you are still following them. If you don't want us, let us go, as this our auntie said. Yeah? Let us go. Why are we trying to force ourselves where we don't belong or where we are not accepted? Oh yeah, Mazu, go over to you.
There will I think we should be rounding up. Since nobody is calling in, let us round up because it's 2 hours and tomorrow is still working day. And so I will suggest to round up. So let us begin to drop our closing remark, our final submission before we go today. So who get them for mouth to make it bring them talk? May we go.
Thank you. I'll take it from here. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. You can now see that it is only those of us that have decided to say it is Biafra or every other thing cease to exist. It is Biafra or death. Because you can still see these people that are saying, you still hear them from the same mouth saying, we are committed to the project called Nigeria. So you know that Nigeria is a project. And you know that Igbo land is not a project. Biafra is not a project. But Nigeria is a project. Why do you choose to support a project instead of something that is original? Original. Is it not one of our actresses of blessed memory, that the wife of Zebediah? She said, if it not be Panadol, it not feel be like Panadol. If it not be Biafra, it not feel be like Biafra. Because it is only Biafra that will save you. Biafra is not a project. Nigeria is a project that they want you to succeed. Somebody will say, I am committed to this project called Nigeria. People already projected something. They arranged something. And they put you inside it. You want to join them and make it work. They tried it did not work. So it's you that will help it work. So in rolling down my, dropping my microphone here, I encourage us to stand firm. And those of you celebrities, our brothers and sisters that are up there, celebrities, politicians, whatever you are, please disengage from that project. It will not help you. It is a project that is bound to fail. In fact, it has already failed. So you cannot revive it again. Join the originality of Biafra. That is where your hope lies.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Welcome, my brother.
There were. Who want to close? Talk. Everybody talk. So we'll go.
All right. Thank you again, Biafrans.
Wait.
Who came
The
in?
mouthpiece of Biafra is here.
Oh, okay.
Mouthpiece, you're welcome. Mouthpiece, can you hear me? Wow. Okay. Mouthpiece, anytime your microphone is set, just let us know. Okay, continue, Mazi.
So, as I was saying, Biafrans, please, this is what shall I say? Let me use it as a battle cry. We are crying now. We need to know where this hatred has been contagious, has been from the origin, has been diabolic from day one. It is time now. Everybody that has made mistake to engage himself in this project called Nigeria should start forgiving himself now. Whether you're a celebrity or you are not actor or you are existing actor in the zoo politics, begin to forgive yourself of every error that you have incurred, that you have caused both this generation we are in now and unborn generation. Begin to forgive yourself now. You can hear what this our auntie said now. This our auntie Onyeka, she have said it all. So there is something Onyendumazin Nandekano saw from the beginning and start lamenting, start yelling, and could not even give up, even though he has been arrested twice and once kidnapped and renditioned to Nigeria, and he still stood on his ground. I think we read this in Twitter from the spiritual council lawyer I got today. What Onyendu said, everybody should maintain his ground. So Onyendu said, this person come out, he want to be a Fulani slave. He saying him, Onyendu, we will not serve Fulani. He will never be a slave to Fulani. No Fulani are being married. So whether you like it or you don't like it, as far as you are not part of their religion, you don't have the ideology of their faith, you are an infidel, and that mark says the mark is there. Who knows what their forefather Osman Dan Fodio told them? He might be written it on the script that each of them, anyone that born, they will take him there, he will read the script, and the thing will enter his brain that if he see any Igbo man, that it shall not be well with him. So let us withdraw from this project. This project is not leading us anywhere. Thank you very much.
Ndewo. Mouthpiece, can you speak now? I guess nobody say her mic get problem, sha. Because she get mic, yeah, and she's her network is okay. Okay, where would they go? Who still get them for talk? Make it talk and make would they wait them for Mouthpiece?
I think Sonny never talk.
Sonny no get advice
from the madman.
Say no.
Sonny,
say no.
Your friend, Sonny, what do you they take it easy? My piece of the gods, are you there? Okay.
All right, let us take this advert.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
All right, so Biafrans, Mouthpiece, can you hear me? Okay, Biafrans, in all these things, in everything we don't happen finish, in all the cocoa way you don't hear, the bottom line is that the solution and the only solution remains your freedom. Your freedom. Somebody might say, why are you now crying for sit at home when it is still next to almost 1 month? Yeah, we are saying it so it will sink into people's head. So if you get anybody you need to reach that person, let them understand that next month, sit at home, you go walk. All we need is to join together, agree with the moving trend, and then move on with the moving trend, and you will get your destination. Hello, Mouthpiece, can you hear me? Oh, okay, I guess her network is throwing her up and down. So this man coming to Biafra land has nothing to do for you. And I want to make it clear that I am not in support of anybody, whether Obasanjo, whether Gowon, or coming to say, I am sorry to what I have done for what I have done to Biafrans. If I had known, we don't need your regret. Don't regret for us. Don't pity us. Leave us alone. But stay in your house. We are in our house. Obasanjo said some days ago that Biafra died. He buried his head with his life, with his umbilical cord in Simon Okonkwo Abiokeke house. And today, this one is coming. Who knows what she's saying? Hello? Good evening. Ngwano, I will watch the program. Immediately after the program. Okay. Thank you.
I hope it's not advice from.
Okay, Mouthpiece, can you hear me? Why is she not saying anything?
He said the mic. He's giving permission to the mic. Maybe the mic. That's what she just wrote.
Okay. Mouthpiece should know better. Mouthpiece should know better. So, what do I want to say before? So, let us remain focused. Follow the person wey no road. Follow who sabi. It's no longer the game of I have been here before you were born, or I have been here before your mother got married. I am older than you. I'm older than your father. No. It's the game of, do you know the way? Yes. Can you drive? Yes. Carry go. That's where we are now. All we need is Biafra. It's not important who is bringing Biafra to us. So, my Biafran people, that is my submission for tonight. And as we prepare to go, anyway you see me, most times I may not be joining or streaming with 247, but just real for now, because 247 get your own wahala, no be me, not the channel, so you understand. Okay. The mouthpiece, can you hear me? I don't know why her microphone is not working, and her network is very good, 100%. Why?
Maybe the gods don't want her to speak as mouthpiece of the gods.
Maybe she has something important, so to say that's why.
Mouthpiece, I guess you should call on the phone. I beg. We need to hear that your voice.
Yes.
Call on the phone.
Can call on the phone. Let her call on the phone.
Yeah, call on the phone. Let me put the number for you so you can call.
So let's. Another program we'll be doing soon is this one of Obasanjo. You have to bring him to book. Believe me.
Mouthpiece, that's the number there. Just call. You will be the last person, the only person we are taking the call. We are going. So before Mouthpiece we call, I'll drop my closing remark. Who hasn't done so? Everybody should do, because
I never do.
Do.
Well. We don't. Why we first of all, the World Health Organization should remember that the tuberculosis that are everywhere in the detention where our leader is, they have to do something about it. And I don't believe it's just ordinary tuberculosis. I believe maybe they have gotten somebody and inject the person one kind of disease to go and infect people there, so that they will say it was an infection from the prison. We know all their tricks. If anything happened to our leader, in fact, God will not allow their wish to come to pass against our leader. We are sending this message. Even the goats that want to come to Biafra land, call go on or go in. We don't want to see you in our land. We don't want to see go on in our land. We don't want to see him. Anybody that is inviting him should be warned. We don't want to see him. Keep off from Biafra land. Go back to the north. You are coming from. We don't want to see you. That is one. And also, we want to remind our Biafran people about the sit at home. It's not just going to be sit at home. It's going to be lock and key, that even cockroach must not fly on the street. That day, cockroach must not fly. Remember, you have to give your respect to our heroes who has died to save us, who offer their life on our behalf, those that pay the ultimate price. What we are telling you, you have to respect them. Remember the candle nights, we have to respect our heroes to make sure that their deaths are not in vain. And the ultimate price that they've paid is not in vain. Sure that their suffering are not in vain by making sure that Biafra comes. Standing shoulder to shoulder with us, do all you can to make sure Biafra comes. That is the only thing that you will do that will make our ancestors, that will make our heroes to be happy with us. Thank you, and God bless you. Mouthpiece of the gods, are you there?
Let him or her call on the phone.
Call. Maybe.
Is she not watching
Okay,
this?
we can run on. Maybe next time.
Is she not watching this program?
It is now. If she's not watching, well, how will it be there? Sonny, what madman? This one you are shaking your head.
Okay, Mazi Sonny, drop your submission now, so we'll go waka.
Sonny, what about our visitor?
I didn't hear anything. What did you people say? I didn't hear anything.
How will you hear something when you there with a female dog?
Oh, we have a mouthpiece in the house. Mouthpiece, super greetings from here. And good to have you in the house. I hope you're doing well. We've missed you on the space and everywhere. We've not been seeing your break light. Thank God you are here now. So, Mazugo, where are we?
Now go with the go. We are closing now.
Submission.
Go waka.
Mazugo, Sonny wants to start another broadcast.
No, man, Sonny.
Sonny wants to start from the beginning.
I don't hear you.
I don't want that from the beginning.
I said Sonny wants to start from the beginning.
No, start from beginning. No, I beg. Now sleep. Person, I have to sleep. I beg. I have to sleep.
I beg, let's round up. Let's round up.
Yeah, now you remain. So, drop your submission. Since mouthpiece is
my submission. Oh.
Her microphone is not working.
I salute all of you, and we ask for your support and the synergy and for the concentration on the ball and the focus, because that is what we need. Give all your support to the Biafran government in exile, especially the Prime Minister, because every strategy on the table is making a difference. And as you now sleep, many things are going on, but when you hear from the Prime Minister, you will understand his course. So, from here and from me, I will say a very good evening to some of you, and good morning, and good afternoon, and good night as we meet again. Thank you.
They were. So, Mouthpiece, I don't know, it would have been fantastic to have you speak, but
Oh, that work can I
don't think it's
I believe it's
we have to call it bye now. Hey, Alexo, we recognize you. We recognize you. Good night. Shasha baby. Good night.
Yeah, sure.
So we have to walk up from here, and we'll go see again tomorrow. We'll go meet for the normal place where they meet always. So nothing to happen. We are going home. So from me to you all, bye.
Hi, what causes in a woman I could tie? Ebu belly guamo billion. What you pan to many pilotimo? What is sabini guamo billion? Kulio bilio. Chukoki kabiama. Borona nyaga. Kulio bilio. Chukoki kabiama. boro na nyaga. Kuleo bilisienu chukwo kikabiama buziere na nyaga. Kuleo bilienu chukwo kikabiama buziere na nyaga. Maximum respect to my own diluted leader, Prophet Mazin Nandekano. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You ain't kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet. You kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. They came from Sahel, they came from Chad, they came from Niger, Senegal and Mali, claiming our land, killing our people because of our blessings. My God, go to the bushes now, they're everywhere, kidnapping and killing people every day, raping and killing our women and men, slaughtering them in their farmland. Hey God, kidnapping and killing Christians night and day, and nobody they talk. Chimo, dividing and ruling we anyhow, as if you're not human being. My God, abducting and killing Biafrans every day, and the whole world they watch, the whole world they see. Kuleo, Kuleo, Chukwu Kikabiama. Kuleo, Chukwu Kikabiama. Corona Nyada. What was in the problem? Ebu Beli Mama, Kuleo. But you're about to make a pillow. But it's happening for me. Kuleo, Chukwu Kikabiama. They splitted us just the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama. He go do me, we are one. He shone and bank, we are one people. The robo is so good, we are one. He's on security, we are one people. Ogoni Calabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one. He said, he go do me, we are one. He shone and bank, we are one people. Urobo is so good, we are one. He's on security, we are one people. Ogoni Calabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one people. They splitted us, just the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama. They rape our wives, they rape our girls. They rape our sisters, raping even our children. Raping their car with the gospel and to women with the top and they die. Small. Chukwu Kikabiama. Chukwu Kikabiama. Chukwu Go to the one nation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, your foundation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, go to the one nation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, your foundation. Wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, Massimo, Durani Labasien, Mohamadike, Durani Labasien. I want to worship in the golden altar. You said you're going to build in Arachuku. We are all the Biafrans, we gather together to worship him, the Elohim. We are all the Biafrans, we gather together to worship him in one accord. We are all the Biafrans around the world, we gather together to worship the Elohim. I love to worship in the golden altar. You said you're going to build in Arachuku. Massimo, Durani Labasien. Mohamadike, Durani Labasien. Onyandu, Durani Labasien. Onyandu, Durani Labasien. Massimo, Durani Labasien. Mohamadike, Durani Labasien. Onyandu, Durani Labasien. Durani Labasien. I love Biafra. Ola, Durani Labasien. I love Biafra. Ola, Durani Labasien. I love Biafra. Ola, I love Biafra. Respect you, Mr. Brand, Simon Ekpa, and all the IPOP members around the globe. Obarumu Biafra ne Papa, Obarumu Biafra ne Tininkuo.